Hey everybody, thanks for joining me. My name's David and this is my channel. Today we're going to talk about, we've been talking about the creating our own life and how that works. And today we're going to talk about the fuel that causes the creation, which is passion and excitement. So excitement, follow the path of excitement when you're creating your life. Now, I follow Bashar, and those of you that don't, I recommend it. He's really wonderful. But he talks about the real theory or formula for this. And it's simply this, is in every second, ask yourself, out of all the options that you have, what's the most exciting thing you can do right now? This is huge. This is like, I'm telling you, this journey of waking up and understanding source. I mean, we all know it's just like this, isn't it? It's crazy. It's all over the place. But this is something that speeds it up. Let me explain. In Tai Chi, one of the things that I've learned is that there's an order to how you move. You can't get there from moving your wrist first and then your elbow and then your shoulder and then your waist. You've got to come from the ground, move from the shoulder, then the elbow, and then the wrist. There's a certain order. When you get that order, I teach my students, when they get that order, all of a sudden everything starts flowing. And one of the great things about Tai Chi, Qigong that people love so much over the years that I've been teaching is the feeling of connection and flow. That comes from ordering your steps in the correct way. If you do not order your steps in the correct way, you'll never get connection. So what I've learned is it's really simple. We have two minds. We have the ego mind that we've all heard, and we have source. Now, that ego mind never orders things in the correct way. It's always looking at things versus fear and worry and doubt. So it can never order in terms of your excitement and passion. Does that make sense? Because what if your excitement and something that you want to do has doubt involved in it? Well, I want to go here, but last time I went, this happened. Do you see? That's going to stop you. I want to be a millionaire and get all this money and really feel what it's like to flow and be wealthy. But, I came up with a family that didn't have a lot of money, and I don't think I could do that. You see, if that's your excitement, now you're sending that out into the universe, getting it ready to go. All that wealth wants to come in, and now whoop, the brakes have hit, and now we're not letting it happen because of something in the past. So that idea, that's anxiety, right? Anyone ever wanted to do something but felt like you couldn't, or you get frozen in the middle of trying to do something and all of a sudden you can't do it? I know all about anxiety. I had it so bad I could barely leave my house at one point in my life. You want to go, but you can't. There's this idea of almost asking permission. Please, mind, can I just live my life? Can I just do something? And no, you see? So there's this contraction that's going on as we have this tyrant, so to speak, in our mind. Now, what I've learned is not that it's a tyrant. It's not that we have anything against us. I assure you, there's nothing out there that's against you. It feels like it. Just like in Tai Chi, if they move incorrectly in the wrong order, it's going to feel like the shoulders are pushing against the elbows and the hips are not moving. And maybe the back starts hurting in the lower back or the shoulders start hurting. You see this pain, discomfort at the beginning. This is becoming because they're moving in the wrong order. And it's the same thing in your life. If you have things coming in that are just pushing against you and not happy, well, that's because we're moving in the wrong order. So they're coming in all jagged and confused. Does that make sense? This is such a big thing to understand. The correct order is essential in this world. If we do not move in the correct order, if we do not move in the direction of our passion, our excitement, then that energy that we are sending out with our excitement vibrationally is going to come back and crush us. And we're going to feel like we're being pulled apart. And we literally are. Why? As Abraham Hicks would say, we're not catching up to the whole of who we are. Because as we live this life and this contrast that we are going through, we are asking and moving in certain places that we want to be, that we want to experience certain journeys and learning and growing. And if we don't catch up to that our inner being, our source part already has, and is giving back to us in the moment, then we're going to feel like we're here, source is here, and we're going to feel like it's tearing us apart. And it feels like negative emotion. That's what negative emotion is. It doesn't come from doing something in your life and all of a sudden I feel like something's wrong. No, negative emotion comes from I'm not moving in the direction of my passion. I'm not moving in the direction of where I really want to be. And I'm allowing somebody. Does that make sense? Anyone have that going on in life? Somebody something or somewhere to stop me from moving in the direction of my passion and excitement. I'm scared, I'm worried, I'm fearful. So there's that mind, that ego mind that loves to devise instead of connect. And therefore, it's ordering your mind and your thoughts in the wrong place. It could go something, we all know that mind activity goes something like this. It's, I really want to go here, but hey, how about this? And wait, I will go here, and I will go here. And anyone ever feel like they can't really focus correctly or for a good amount of time so you can really enjoy life right now in the present moment? Because that present moment is sweet and tasty, and it's got everything. But if we can't focus our thoughts, it's going to take you all over the place. And this is one of the things that I see a lot with my students, with my clients, that I help them work on, is how do we get those thoughts organized in the correct way so we can get some focus? Because life is beautiful, but it's not beautiful later, right? It's not. I'm going to go to this Grand Canyon. I can't wait. How exciting it is. I'm so excited about it. And now I got to get in the car. I got to drive a bunch of miles. I got to spend a day. And now I finally get to enjoy it. What about all that time in between? I could just imagine the Grand Canyon, give it life right now, and feel everything it has. And guess what? If I can do that now, what do you think the drive to the Grand Canyon is going to be like? It's going to be that much more sweeter, that much more tastier. I can't wait. It's so wonderful. I'm so excited. Plus, I'm enjoying everything along the way. What a better way to live life instead of wait for one, wait for the other, wait for the other, and wait for the other. Does that make sense? The passion and the excitement and the joy and the love and the grandeur and the expansiveness, guess what? It's not out there. It's in here. It's in you. You're giving everything life. You are the creator of your life. But if we don't know how to organize our mind, and we don't know how to organize our thoughts correctly, and we don't give it to Source to organize for us, well, just like Tai Chi, we're going to get all kinds of weird indicators in the body or indicators in our life to let us know there's a lot of resistance flowing in. Because the truth is this. This is like a river, a flowing river, this world. Each one of us has their own river flowing of Source, and it is based on your desire. And you know what the best part is? In each moment, if you can just fine-tune your thoughts and get that focus enough in that moment, guess what's there for you? Source. It's not somebody else that we're getting the clarity from. As I learn the piano, it's not my teacher. It's not even the piano. It's Source, and they're helping me. Say, hey, try this, Dave. Move this here. Hey, flow this here. And they're all working with us. When I do my Kung Fu, every time I do something, it changes a little bit because here's a voice go, Dave, try this. Sit here. Move this here. Drop this elbow here. It's not my grandmaster trying to tell me what I'm doing wrong. No, man, that's not a way to look at it. It's Source helping me let go of a little bit more resistance each time I do the form. What a better way of thinking, you see? So as we learn that we're supposed to let go of resistance, we're supposed to get better and better, we're supposed to do things better and more expansive. There's no, why can't you get it right the first time? That perfectionist, right? There's that voice again. You should be getting it now. No, it doesn't work that way. We're learning, we're growing. And as we learn to organize our thoughts based on passion and excitement in the moment, it gets easier and easier and easier, and the less resistance flows through you. And guess what? Now, no more mind activity. Who wants to let go of mind activity? I remember those days where it was just way too active. It's much better without it, I assure you. Being in the moment, being present, and then being able to love and choose love in the moment instead of fear and worry and doubt. Does that resonate with anybody out there? So that feeling of how to let go of the mind activity, slow things down so that way you're more focused, more loving, more kind, more present. Oh, that's the blissfulness, right? Eating that steak with, loving every bite instead of just engulfing it down and waiting, I can't wait for dessert. Do you see? So organizing our thoughts. There is a part of us that is so in the moment. It knows you're in eternal. It knows that every single moment is amazing and blissful and perfect. It knows that everything is one Source moving through all things. So therefore, there's no differences. Everything is great. Every place is great. We don't have to go anywhere to feel special. We can be special where we are. We don't have to go anywhere in order to compare where we are so we can feel better or the place can feel better. Do you see? It's all new, it's all fresh, it's all right now because clarity is consistently coming through. Does that make sense? Everything is changing and growing and becoming more. Jesus said, put that seed into the ground, into fertile soil, and it will grow forever. You see? And that's what life feels like. It just gets more and more. It doesn't matter if it's your same place you wake up every day, it'll become different and better and better and more expansive because that's what that moment, that's what presence is all about. It's never boring, but organizing our own mind based on source. So this is what I recommend. And this is what I do. I just sit back and I say, hey, what is the one thing that is the most exciting to me right now in this moment? Before I did this video, I sat back and said, of all the choices here at the school, what do I want to do? And the video was the most exciting thing I wanted to do. Do you see? Now, after the video, what's the next thing? Maybe it's just taking a sip of water and feeling the water go down, or just going to admire one of the pictures, or maybe just doing a form. And as you do this, what happens is that all that clarity starts flowing in. Even while you're drinking the water, the voice is like, ah, what a beautiful, tasty water that this is. And maybe you might look at the glass a little bit different for the first time and really recognize the passion that went into the artwork on it. Or maybe instead of complaining about the weather, it's like, what's the most exciting thing? Maybe it's just to walk out and feel the wind. And then as you do that, you recognize how beautiful it is to have the sun and how amazing the blue sky is today. You see, this is what we're looking for, not something later. What are we really waiting for? I want you to ask that question. Is there something you're waiting for? Why wait? Because just to move my hands like this is a miracle in itself. I'm an eternal energetic being, and somehow I'm in a body moving my hands. This is amazing, these things that are going on. Don't you guys see that? It's about how we feel. It's the excitement. It's the energy. It's the passion. So take a second and say, what's the most exciting thing? Even if it's just to put on a shirt, what's the most exciting thing? Or even if it's just the littlest, tiniest thing. And then as you do it, give it your attention and you will see source will be there. In the Bible, it says, where two or more are present, you will find me. That's what he's saying. We're in relationships all the time with all of our creations. And if they're exciting, if they're pulling you towards it, if I say, look, I'm going to put on my shirt, then as I put on my shirt, it's me, my shirt, and guess what? Source is right there. And maybe it's there to remind me, Dave, feel the appreciation of this shirt. Really enjoy the color and just kind of sit with it for a second and feel it resonate through your soul. Thank you. And then I give gratitude and thanks and I move on. And this is called synchronicity. This is how you start understanding that the world is there for you. You're now following the flow of the river, and source and your inner being, your God self, is going to guide you wherever you go, I assure you. Because the more you follow your excitement, and the more we let go of excuses of others and things and places or whatever it is that's stopping us, each one of us, our past, relationships, let it go for a second and just sit in a moment. I'm not lying to you. Just take 15 minutes and say, what can I do next? What can I do next? What can I do? And watch everything. Watch the mind activity slow down. Watch the world start flowing through you. Watch source starts growing through you. It doesn't even have to be a form of meditation. It can just be right now. Meditation's wonderful because it slows down the mind if it's incredibly active and pulling you in all these directions. Remember, not ordering you correctly. But if you can just stay in a state of excitement and passion and learn to follow the inspirations that flow through you, you will see you're never alone. None of us are never alone. We are one with source energy. We are one with an incredible massive force that's coming through us, helping us, teaching us, letting go of resistance here in order to feel more, in order to experience more, in order to have more passion. You can't get it wrong. It's impossible because you never get it done. So follow your source today. Thanks, guys. Hey, I've been getting some comments asking me if I do one-on-one sessions to help anyone that seems to be in kind of a place that they're having a hard time. I'm going to start opening that up. Feel free. You can contact me if you're interested in one-on-one sessions. If you're not here in the Los Angeles area where I'm located, we can always do it on Zoom or we can do it on the phone. You can contact me directly at The Way of Kung Fu 75 @gmail.com. Once again, The Way of Kung Fu 75@gmail.com. Send me an email and let me know what you're interested in. We can set that up. Even if you just have some questions, I love to hear from you guys. Thank you so much. It's wonderful to know that we're not here alone, and we aren't. We're in this together. And get excited because it's getting better and better, and I can assure you wonderful things are ahead of us. If you like this video, hit the like button and make sure to subscribe. And as always, my unconditional love and appreciation to all of you.